Welcome to your first monthly horoscopes for January 2014. I must have said 2013 in the other videos, but anyway, I hope not too much. What is going on for you Geminis for the first month of the year? Well, I already have made the yearly horoscope, so if you want to check that out, please do, because that gives you an overall image. And I probably mentioned the very long transit of Mars, the planet of action and the planet of identity, going through your fifth house, which is enormously interesting for Geminis, because the fifth house is the house of how you show yourself to other people, how you express yourself to other people. That's a very general thing. And so Mars is in there for up until July. So a lot of time for the Geminis to find what they really love and to express the unique way of self-expression to get that into practice. Now, in January, it's going to be quite an intense month for all of us. Why? Because there is this over-focus of Capricorn right at the beginning of the month. And Capricorn, that is your 8th house. It is a water house, so it's a very deep house. It's a house about trusting others. It's a house about intimacy. And there is Venus and Pluto there, who's going to make a millions of aspects. Very shortly, Venus and Pluto are going to conjunct each other. It's going to square up to Mars in your 5th house. It's going to oppose Jupiter in your 2nd, and many other things. But that's the most important thing. What does it mean in just normal plain English? It means that all of us, and for you Geminis it has to do with trust of other people. There is going to be an over-focus, a very intense focus of what you value in life and what other people value in life. And actually the 8th house is very much about the values of the people that you are close to, and giving those people the space to be actually themselves. So the 8th house is the house of the mask that you don't wear, and that you have to, not have to, but that you put off, because otherwise how can you have intimacy? How can you have trust with someone who's close to you or people that you really appreciate without doing that? So if you are a Gemini that has recently lost trust in someone or in something, or if you're saying, well, I do have trust in life, or I do have trust in this person or in this situation, then it is now a time to even improve that and to build that up again, which is not an easy thing to do. Building up your trust again, because it has to do with confidence. It has to do with confidence of yourself, with that Jupiter there in your 2nd house. This is really helping you through up until the middle of this year, actually. But now it's an over focus in January to do that, and to watch or to look into the mirror and to understand yourself better through the values of other people. That is the basic line of the monthly horoscope for you Gemini. So it is really, really interesting. It is rather deep and rather deep energy, but I think with Mars in the 5th, you will do just fine, and you will have a lot of fun as well, I hope, and the opportunity to have a lot of fun with Mars in your 5th house, because the 5th house is the most fun house. It's the house of romance, it's the house of children, it's the house of how you express yourself towards other people. So take advantage of that, and take advantage and the time to take those very little steps, because it can only be done by little steps towards a bit more trust, and towards a bit more trust towards others, and trusting what they value. It might not be in line with what you value. So maybe you say no to certain something or a person, and another says yes. So it's all about the balance, because Mars is in Libra for such a long time, and Libra is the sign of balance. So it's all about the balancing out of your values and values of someone else, and trying to find each other there. And of course, trying to find more strength, because that is what you are going towards, you Gemini, during the month of January. It's all about gaining more strength, or gaining your strength back from a situation that wasn't really a nice one. You know, maybe some boundaries have been crossed there, or you have been setting up too strict boundaries. So it's also about having good boundaries and knowing what you really are all about. If you know what other people's values are, and if you know your own values, then you know what you're all about. And that's what's happening in January. So, having a good time, I hope, in January. Wishing you all the best. See you next time. Bye-bye.